1,000-pound sisters, what's keeping Brittany from joining the Slaton family's weight loss journey? 1,000-pound sisters premiered in 2020 and followed Amy and Tammy Slaton's grueling yet heartwarming weight loss journey. Starting from their respective weight loss surgeries, the show has chronicled all of their ups and downs. Over the years, the sisters have come pretty far. But as much as the show has focused on their individual transformations, it's also evolved into something more expansive that now centers around the broader Slaton family dynamics. Amy and Tammy's brother, Chris Combs, has always been an important part of the show. Not only was he their biggest supporter, but the show also saw him taking charge of his own weight loss. It's safe to say that fans were equally invested in Chris's story as he broke out of the cycle of obesity that plagued his family. While Chris's wife Brittany has never been a focal point of the show, she's always standing by her husband's side and cheering him on. Not to mention that she has often opened up about her own struggles with weight loss and even admitted that she'd like to undergo the surgery too. But her approach is a little more private compared to the rest of the clan. Is Brittany Combs silently resentful toward her family? Brittany has been an important part of Chris's weight loss journey. The two of them met while working at McDonald's and immediately took a liking to each other. Despite their 8-year age difference, Chris and Brittany have emerged as one of the most authentic and relatable reality TV couples. Unlike Chris's four extremely opinionated sisters, Brittany is generally quite agreeable and soft-spoken, which might be why she sometimes feels like the odd one out. While Chris never backs down from showcasing the good and the bad of his dynamic with his family, it has always felt like Brittany holds herself back and is much more reserved in her interactions with her in-laws. The truth is that the codependency between Chris and his sisters can't be ignored. While it's true that Chris needs to support Amy and Tammy with their weight loss, he sometimes neglects Brittany in the process. For instance, during 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 6, Tammy had a huge fight with her sister, Amanda Halterman. This led to Tammy moving out of Halterman's house and essentially being homeless. That's when Chris came to her rescue and offered her the place that he and Brittany had bought to turn it into an investment property. Of course, that did not sit well with Brittany, especially since every time Tammy had lived with other family members, things had gone south. However, Chris disregarded all his wife's concerns, and because Amanda is generally a non-confrontational person, she dropped it too. But how long can it be before all her pent-up emotions surface? She deserves to be the main character in her story. The Slaton family is known and loved for their loud, outspoken and brash nature. They are constantly getting into arguments and then getting along with each other the very next minute. But it's obvious that Brittany is the exact opposite of that. It's just how things work in their household. Joining Slaton's weight loss journey means interacting with them on a regular basis, and maybe Brittany isn't ready for that just yet. Not to mention that she doesn't need to be dragged into all of their drama while she tries to get her health back on track. Not to mention that she grew up in the Pentecostal church and is extremely devout. Brittany lives a simple and traditional life, and her personality doesn't really translate well on TV. There's no denying that the audience loves little moments on the show that shed light on her relationship with Chris and how they motivate each other to stay healthy. Compared to the Slatons, it just falls flat in terms of entertainment value. If Brittany really wants to embark on her own weight loss journey, maybe she and Chris would be better off with their own spin-off. The show can have its own tone and style, rather than fitting into a dynamic that Brittany is clearly uncomfortable with. The pressure of documenting your life on reality TV while Brittany was mostly quiet and was nothing more than a side character during the show's earlier seasons. Not only was she vocal about her desire to get healthier, but Kris was also seen gifting her a gym membership to give her the motivation she needed. However, losing weight is tough enough as it is, and having to do it with millions watching is all the more nerve-wracking. She really started to come into her own in Season 6. If Brittany decides to keep her weight loss journey private, she can't be blamed for wanting to escape all the scrutiny.